गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. When we are talking about a subjective approach, and when we say that we have to be, we are the subject, and this subject has to merge into the reality, or this subject has to know the reality. That is, this subject is that infinite reality. There is some error in our thinking, and that error is, I don't know if you know that or you observed that, because if you know it, you won't be here. So I'm going to just voice it out, and the error is that we still consider this subject I to be separate to the infinite reality. We consider the wave to be separate from the infinite waters. But the essence of the wave is water. The material that has gone into the wave is water. Before wave it was water, during wave it is water, after the wave it will be water. Wave has got no independent existence apart from water. And from water's point of view, that is a different matter, that there is no wave. But the error in our thinking is that we are seeking out the reality and not accepting that in essence we are the reality. And in order to bring this about, the chapter that we just concluded, the Vacharna Parihara, that is giving up, paying the debt of the four speeches. So what is the error? The error is we have taken this I to be the waker, the dreamer, the sleeper, the meditator. So we invoke him out of the tamas, inertia, make him dynamic. From dynamism we come to purity, and from purity we go into contemplation, into samadhi. But here when we are talking about the speech, the process is, the sequence is different. Sadhana cannot be done, practices cannot be initiated in deep sleep or dream. Then where can you initiate them? The only place where you can initiate the practices is the waking. And what is the practice that you have to invoke? Chant the name of the Lord. Chant Om. How? Loudly. How? With bhav, with feeling. And what should be the feeling? That this mantra will take me to the destination. And where is the destination? Is it far away? No, it is here and now. Who is the destination? I am the destination. If I am the destination, I know I am. Then why do I need to know myself again? Because I don't know as I am in essence. I only know I am with reference to something. So if someone asks me, who are you? I am a sannyasi, I belong to the Shankaracharya path, I live in Melbourne, etc., etc., etc. All data is collected, and with reference to that data, this I is established. This is the error we are making. We are not accepting ourselves to be as we are. And for that, a certain amount of purification has to come about. And that purification is brought about by the chanting of the name. This chapter was about that. And when we chant the name of the Lord loudly, or the chant Om loudly, or Soham loudly, then not in mind, loudly. That is called Vaikhari. And that purifies, as it purifies, as the speech purifies, the gross speech purifies, slowly it moves, it becomes subtle. Meaning, when we chant loudly, it is not for ourselves. Yes, we are doing it for ourselves. We are doing our sadhana, but the side effect is the world does not disturb you. Why? You are listening to yourself loudly. For initially, some people will test you, trouble you, poke you, and you don't get disturbed because you are interested in purifying yourself. You are committed to your mantra, you are committed to the goal, and after some time, all those people who are trying to take the mickey out of you, or all those things that you are getting disturbed by in the world by choice. Now, because you have chosen the mantra and you are chanting it loudly, all those disturbing forces remain at bay. They are unable to invoke a response from you. When this happens, it means the waking state no longer is making an impact on your mind. You have transcended the waking state. You have transcended the Vaikhari. When this happens, automatically the gross speech becomes subtle speech. And it moves from the gross chanting to the lip chanting. Before, the world could hear you chanting. Now, as you come to the lip chanting and soft chanting, only you can hear yourself. Nobody else comes to know that you are chanting. And the subtle part is gross to subtle. Subtle is the location of the subtle is the Adam's apple in the throat. It keeps moving with the mantra. This is the location of the dream. Now, what is purification of the waking state or the Vaikhari? That waking state is not able to disturb you. Now, what will be the purification of the dream state or the subtle? That the dream state is not able to disturb you. It doesn't invoke a response. You don't imagine. It will all happen in the initial stages, but as you hold on to the mantra, even the mind becomes completely empty. Only the mantra remains. So keep chanting at the, this is the location. The first location was the mouth, second location is the throat. This is the, this is the location of the dream state. And as you keep chanting that, eventually we come to a japa state, meaning the mantra is going on in your mind of its own accord continuously without your will, because mind has got programmed now. Once you have put recorded something, then that same recording will go on and on and on and on and on. So we are not allowing any other data to come into the mind. We have chosen the mantra. That mantra is going on and on and on and on, and time comes. Initially, you will go to sleep, meaning you are going into pashyanti, you are going into deep sleep. But we have to transcend that. We continue. Again, we come back to Vaikhari, then again to Madhyama, then again to automatic ajapajap sthiti. And as this goes on, a moment is recognized that, hare man, this mantra is not allowing me to sleep also. But was the goal sleep? Was the goal waking? Was the goal dream? Or was the goal the self? So sometimes we get carried away by the mantra, and this reaction that comes in, and all excuses, I should stop this mantra, this is not allowing me to sleep, it is not allowing me to do anything else all the time. But you never complain when you are continuously talking to yourself when nobody is there with you. That time you don't say that I want my mind to become quiet. Now what has happened is, instead of unwanted data automatically going on in your mind, you have chosen the divine name. So it's healthy. Anyway, the mind is going to think something or the other. Mind can function only in two areas: think or not think. So if it has to think, instead of thinking of past, of future, of possessions, of people, of relations, of aspirations, of ambitions, of fears, let the mind, you have trained the mind to think of the divine name. It's healthy. But whenever, because this is the nature of the mind, it cannot remain thinking all the time. Some time will come that it will stop thinking of its own accord. And when it happens, we only know that when mind stops thinking, sleep. But now, because we are a seeker, we want to remain awake. Now this is a perfect situation, that the mind is chanting by itself, and before you get into a reactionary disposition, you take a position. Who is knowing, who is observing that the mantra is going on in the mind? I am knowing. Instead of focusing on the mantra, you have brought it to its natural conclusion. It has come to the ajapajap sthiti, automatic chanting in the mind. The only way you can go beyond it is not by focusing on the mantra. Then where? Either you focus on where the mantra begins and where it concludes. If you are chanting Om, bring your attention, instead of allowing it to go on automatically, take charge, bring your attention to the beginning of the mantra, see from what is the source of the mantra, and where does it conclude. Conclusion will be, it begins from me and it concludes in me. It cannot come from outside. then question automatically, when enough purification comes about, automatically the question will come, who am I? But before this question comes, who am I? If the attention is, I am the source, and you shift your attention, oh, I am the source of this mantra, immediately, when you put your attention at the beginning of the mantra or the conclusion of the mantra, immediately Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That is the Paravani. Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, Para. Waking, dream, deep sleep and Samadhi. And the self is beyond all these four states. And therefore, this fictitious personality that is called the individual, he has to pay the debt to the waking, to the dream, to the deep sleep, and to the meditation. Meaning, do what is required to be done. And what is that to be done? Not get involved in it, transcend it. Because goal is not to establish waking, goal is not to establish dream, deep sleep or samadhi. The goal is to be established in the self as I am. For that this process was initiated. It's one of the processes. Many are there, but this chapter was about that. Yes, samadhi can be feel good, but then after a few times going into samadhi, naturally when you come out, the world is still there. Again you have to chant the mantra, again you have to go into samadhi, until it doesn't click that I am again caught up in a cycle. Before I was in the cycle of waking up to the waking world every day, and every night when I went to sleep, I was in a cycle of going into a different dream world every night. Same way, I am going into the cycle of going into samadhi, coming out of samadhi, going into samadhi, coming out of samadhi. It's also cyclical. This has to click that we have to get out of this also. This is not the end game. Should it be practiced? Yes. But don't start enjoying it. Then you are creating an objective experience. Then you are looking forward to that ecstasy of meditation. And when you are out of meditation, that ecstasy is no longer. You want to come to a point where you are in that calm, tranquil, peaceful communion with yourself as yourself all the time. Whether you are in waking, whether you are in dream, whether you are in sleep, whether you are in meditation, all the time. Because that's your true nature. On your true nature, the true nature is the waters. On that, the oceans are coming and going, the waves are coming and going, the tides are coming and going, the froth is coming and going, the ice is being formed and melts away. Water remains the same. So be that. You have to come to that one. And when you come to that one, then waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi, all have been transcended. So we have to go beyond Turiya. We have to transcend meditation. And that is only possible when we do not objectify the self. And this is the process of Vaikhari, Madhyama, Pashyanti, Para, to not objectify the self. All thoughts are only in the mind. You are beyond the mind, meaning you are beyond the thoughts. And what is the last thought that will be there? I am. Do you need to say I am in order to be? Or are you in spite of the thought of I am? Do you need a reference of a thought called I am in order to establish yourself? Or is the I am thought established in your presence? This subtle dissection has to come about. You are independent of the thought, and it is your a daily experience. In deep sleep there are no thoughts, you still continue to be. Recreate that situation consciously, that's all. And that is this process, Vaikhari Madhyama Pashyanti Para. And accept yourself as the one without a second. But all that will happen. First begin. And this is what we will, whatever your mantra is, whatever your contemplation is, take that, whether it is Om or Soham or Om Namah Shivaya or whatever, does not matter. And it is not that Vaikhari Madhyama Pashyanti Para, it has to take many years. Initially, we must focus only on the Vaikhari, meaning loud chanting. So don't do it on the Zoom. Put the volume off and then do it. And allow, if you are sincerely subject oriented, not mantra oriented, automatically the mantra will start migrating from gross to subtle, subtle to transcendental. So let's take this approach for today and sit with it and come to the natural conclusion. There is no need to come to the natural conclusion because you are already that. But because we don't accept, so we have to create, we are beginning this journey of going back to ourselves. Close your eyes. Keep your back, neck and head in a straight line. A happy disposition, smile on your lips. No thoughts of past or future. Coming into the here and now. And begin your journey, or just be.